It was from these cliff-top cottages that the fishermen of Moelfre used to keep watch for the Moelfre herrings, as famous in the day as Manx kippers and Dover soles are now. When they saw the seabirds gathering out at sea, it was a safe bet that the water was boiling with herrings. It was then that the men of Moelfre ran for their boats to reap this rich harvest of the sea. The fishing industry was more important to Moelfre than even agriculture. But that was 30 years ago, and today there is nothing left of this once thriving industry. And it's the same story around the rest of the coast of Anglesey. This once flourishing industry, which comes so natural to an island, has declined to such an extent that the fishermen of Anglesey can now be counted on the fingers of one hand, and indeed you'd still have a couple of fingers left over. Even the astute Irish trawlermen who brought their catch to this old port of Amlwch, and Holyhead as well, have long since ceased to land their fish. Practically the only fish caught of Anglesey today is for the tourist trade, only in the form of shellfish, and naturally in the winter months even this form of fishing declines. Now, however, there is a move to revive this old industry. The Anglesey Employment Committee has been considering a report of a survey made of the fishing industry in the county. This report was made by the Rural Industries Organiser of the Anglesey Rural Community Council, Mr. Tom Owen. Mr. Owen, did you come to any specific conclusion as to why the fishing industry declined in Anglesey here?
Yes, although it wasn't very easy to come to any positive conclusion about the reason for the decline. However, I think that the main reason is probably that the grounds which used to be quite productive are now not so productive as they used to be.
But new fishing limits have now been created, and this could well solve that problem.
Yes, that should certainly help, and we are hoping that that will certainly promote the development of local fishing industry.
What are the requirements for re-establishing the fishing industry in Anglesey here?
Well, there are many. The foremost probably is a safe harbouring facilities for the trawlers to unload their catches and also to refuel. The second prerequisite is probably an adequate icing plant.
When you say an icing plant, do you visualise then fish being sent away from Anglesey to all parts of the country?
Oh yes, yes. We are now thinking of development in the terms of trawler fishing, not as it used to be in years gone by. It used to be on a small scale just to meet the local demands.
In your opinion, would there be any chance of a grant from the White Fish Authority available to fishermen who wish to buy trawlers and other equipment?
Well, yes, the White Fish Authority do pay grants when you purchase trawlers, and also for installing icing plants and so on. But as far as icing plants, the White Fish Authority have already agreed to pay grants to a recently formed association in Penrhyn Bangor, and I believe that they are at the moment installing the icing plants and preparing that space for fishing in this area.
And would the Anglesey fishermen join this association?
Well, we hope so. There are at the moment 2 trawler owners from Anglesey members of this association, and we are hoping that a few more will join as and when this association becomes established.